Hey, what's going on? It's Eddie for Watch Before You Buy, and today we are looking at the new Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 standard Bluetooth version 44mm. Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 was just released 20 days ago, and it comes in two versions, standard and classic. The two designs have the same chip, features and screen sizes, but stainless steel classic has Samsung's rotating bezel controller, while the standard Watch 4 has a touch-sensitive ring instead. It's important to know that if you own an iPhone, the Galaxy Watch 4 won't work with it. The watch is compatible with all modern mobile devices, however, you need to own a Samsung phone to access some of the features. Join me while I do in-depth review of the hardware and software of the Galaxy Watch 4 on a non-Samsung smartphone. I will mention all important features and perform series of tests like battery test, step count, health measurements and water resistance. Today is 25th September 2021. The price of the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 44mm starts at $279.99 US. This is how the box looks like, and in the box beside the watch you will find a charging cable, quick start guide and a warranty card. The watch comes with 1.4-inch AMOLED screen with resolution of 450 x 450, covered with Gorilla Glass DX+. The body is made out of aluminium. On the right side we have two buttons and the microphone. On the other side we have sensors in the middle, pressure vent, and above it is the atmospheric pressure sensor. It's here right above the strap. And on the right side we can see the speakers. The strap is made out of silicone and its width is 20mm, and it can be easily exchanged thanks to the quick release mechanism. The watch weight is 56 grams with straps and 30 grams without the straps. The battery capacity is 361 mAh. The watch comes with 16 GB of internal storage and 1.5 GB of RAM. And it has 5 ATM and IP68 dust and water resistance. To see the watch face, turn the wrist or press the home button. You can also set it to tap on the screen. By default, watch face will stay visible for 15 seconds. This can be changed to 30 seconds or 1 minute. The watch will detect your hand movement, so when you lower your arm, it will automatically go to standby. Always on display is possible too, but it will affect the battery life. You can schedule disable it, and also you can schedule disable the race to wake. When in the app, swiping right will take you one step backwards. The watch also comes with the touch bezel, which helps you navigate, and it gives you also small vibration feedback when you use it. This feature can be disabled. The interface is simple. When you're on the watch face, swipe down to go to the quick panel, swipe right to see your notifications, swipe left to go to tiles, and swipe up to go to the apps. The cool thing about the watch face is that all the complications on the watch face serve as shortcuts too. So here I have the heart rate complication. If I tap on it, it will take me to the heart rate app. If I tap on the weather, it will open the weather app. The same is for the battery and the rest of the complications. On top of all of that, you can do two fingers triple tap to go to grayscale or to mute the sound. Cover the watch to put it on the standby. Now let's talk about the buttons. As I already showed you, no matter where you are, pressing the home button will always take you back to the watch if the watch is on. And if it's on standby, it will wake it up. This function can't be changed. Double pressing the home button will take you to the last app used. This function can be changed so you can keybind the wide range of features to it. Pressing the back button will take you one step backwards. These two can be changed, but to only one thing. That is to show the list of recently opened apps. Pressing and holding the home button will activate the voice assistant. You can press both buttons together to do a screenshot, and press both buttons together and hold to power off the watch or to increase the screen touch sensitivity. While on the watch face, pressing and holding the screen will take you to the watch face menu, where you can choose one out of 23 default watch faces, while in the app you can choose from many more. An awesome feature when it comes to the watch face is customization, which can be done on the watch or the app. You can change colors and complications of your watch face. For the demonstration, I will use this watch face. So when you click on customization, here we have some pre-made styles. Next to it is complication color. Let's change that to red-gray. Then I'll go to the complication one. Here I'll change the steps to alarm, and I'll change the last complication to the calendar. Tap on save, and here is the new watch face. Now let's check the app list. To go to the app list, go to the watch face and swipe up. The first app on the list is the phone app. Here you can see your call history. You also have an option to call someone directly or to call and send message to someone from your contact list. Now, I don't have LTE yet Bluetooth version, which means that I need my phone to be close to me to call or message someone. So Bluetooth version of the watch basically serves you as a microphone and a speaker for your phone. Here you can see that the watch is using your phone to make a call. Now, let's go back to app list. Right on the top, you have recently opened apps. Next to it, we have contacts. And here you have an option to call this contact or to send a message. The next app on the list is messages. Here you can start a conversation through their number or by choosing someone from your contacts. You have few ways to write a message: by using your voice, drawing the letters, or by using the keyboard. You also have some predefined quick response messages, and you can add your own to this list. When you open the conversation, you have few other options here, like to call, see the people in this conversation, delete the conversation, and open it on your phone. The next on the list is Samsung's Health Monitor. Here you can measure your blood pressure and ECG. Then we have Google Maps here with this mini red arrow compass, which shows the north. You can use the voice or type the address to search, and there are also some predefined addresses. So if I tap on one of them and choose walking, you can see that it will start the navigation on my phone too. Also, if I start the navigations from the phone, the watch will show it too. This option can be disabled, so if I start it on the phone, the watch will not show it. The next app on the list is Compass, and this app can work without the phone. The next thing on the list is Google Play Store. Here we can search for apps you would like to install, and you can also tap on apps on the phone. So if your installed phone apps have a corresponding watch app, it will be shown here. Then we have here settings. Next to it is Find My Phone. The way this app works is that it's going to use the Bluetooth to search for your phone, and when it finds it, it's going to make it ring. Then we have a new improved weather app. If you scroll down, you can see the weather for the next 4 hours, and 4 hours after that, the weather for the whole week, humidity, and sunset and sunrise time. The next app on the list is the timer. Here you can set the timer, use some of the recently used timers, or choose from the preset list. This is how it looks when the timer is done. You have an option to stop it or to repeat it. The next app on the list is Bixby Voice Assistant. You can control most of the important things on the watch with this app. You can add Alexa too, but for the Google Voice Assistant, we will have to wait for the update. The next app on the list is Calendar. Here you can add events. Let's tap on Show on the phone. Here I'm going to add meeting at 10 p.m. Now on my watch face, I can see I have a meeting at 10 p.m. And because I'm using my Google account, I can see that event on my phone calendar too. Next to the calendar is the world clock. Then we have alarm. You can set, enable, disable, and delete your alarms manually or with the voice assistant. So first you set the time, choose the days, and set to sound or just vibration. Then we have a simple stopwatch. Next to it is media controller. Here you have a phone media controller. You can use it to control your media on the phone, and below it you have an option to download and play the media directly from your watch. And the last two important apps here are Reminders and Samsung Health Overview data. Now, before we finish with the app list, I need to mention that you can also sort app list any way you like. And with this, I'm done with the app list. Now let's go to tiles. Here we have things like activity data, fitness modes. Let's open one of them. Here we have the timer, distance, calories, and heart rate. Now notice here that the counter has stopped, and on the top we can see auto paused. So when your watch detects that you're standing in a place, it will automatically pause the workout. You can swipe left to go to the media controller and swipe right to go to the workout controller. Now let's go back to tiles. The next one is body composition. This app releases an electrical signal through your body, giving you a lot of data on the things like fat mass, muscle mass, body water, BMR, and more. Then we have some basic sleep data, the weather, calendar, blood pressure app, ECG, heart rate app, and stress app. You can also add some additional tiles to the list. You can hide them and reorder them. Now let's go to the quick panel. Here we have the bed mode, which dims the lights and disables calls and notifications. Power off menu, where you can power off the watch or increase the touch screen sensitivity. The next on the list is settings. Then we have always on display. The next on the list is an option to mute the sound, so your watch will only vibrate, and you can also mute the vibration too. Then we have a flashlight. You can tap on the screen or rotate the bezel to control the light. Next we have Don't Disturb, which disables the sound and vibration. Next to it is the screen brightness. It's on auto by default, which means that it will adjust the brightness based on the brightness of the light around you. Then we have battery mode, which disables some of the features to slow down the consumption of the battery. Next one is the theater mode, which turns off the sound and raise to wake. Next to it is Wi-Fi connection. Then we have water protection. It will disable the touchscreen. This is useful when you're taking a shower, so you don't want the water drops to change something or to call someone. The next on the list is airplane mode. Then we have an option to connect to the Bluetooth device like speakers, Find My Phone, location, sound volume controller, increase screen touch sensitivity, and NFC, which is used for cashless payments. And with this, we are done with the quick panel. Now let's go to notifications. To see your notifications while on the watch face, swipe right. Tap on the screen to open it here, and you can also respond from the watch. Cool thing about the watch is that you can receive any type of notifications from WhatsApp, Instagram, DM, emails to SMS. You can mark the notification as read, as reading it on the watch does not do that on the phone. You can also block notifications for this app, clear the message, and you can also open this notification directly on your phone by tapping on this icon here. This is how it looks when you get notifications. This is how it looks when someone calls you. And this is how it looks when someone calls you with WhatsApp. I will also mention here that you can have different types of vibrations and ringtones for your calls and notifications. Now, before I finish with the watch, there are a few other things I need to mention here, like ability to change the font size. You can transform speech to text, activity reminder, and screen lock, which will be activated when you take the watch off your hand. So with this, I'm pretty much done with the watch. Now let's check the app quickly. What I like about the app is its simplicity. In the menu you have your devices and you can add new ones. Then we have the watch face here, apps, tiles, and below is the watch settings. All of these controls can be found on the watch too, so I'm not going to go through them as most of the options I have already mentioned. There is one important thing here which you can find only in the app, and that's of course Find My Watch. The phone will look for your watch via Bluetooth and make it ring. And this is pretty much it. Now you're probably wondering where is the sleep, health and fitness data. For that you will have to install different apps. So here I have installed the Samsung Health app, and you can see that it gives you more detailed data. And with this, I'm pretty much done with everything important I want to mention about the watch and the app. The only thing left is to do some tests. The first test is Race to Wake feature. This test demonstrates the speed of hand movement detection. I didn't see any problems here. It looks like the standard response time. Sometimes you can have a little bit of delay, but I believe the more you use the watch, the more it will improve itself. The second test demonstrates the touchscreen responsiveness. Personally, I didn't see any problems here. Transitions are quite smooth. The next test shows the screen brightness, and this is how the screen looks on a sunny day with the brightness on auto. Of course, you can set it to maximum, which would give you even more light, but it would affect the battery life by a lot. When it comes to Find My Phone feature, what I found is that if your phone is in the visibility line, you can detect it even from the distance of 160 feet or 50 meters. I have also managed to detect my phone in another room through a thin wall. The next test I did is an alarm vibration test. I wanted to see if the Galaxy Watch 4 vibration is strong enough to kick you out of the sleep. And what I found is that vibration is quite strong. Still, for your important alarms, I would set them with the sound. Now, when it comes to the step counter, I did 3 tests. The first one was for 100 steps, and the watch recorded 106 steps. In the second test, I did 500 steps, and the watch recorded 505 steps, while in the third test, I did 1000 steps, where the watch recorded 950 steps. When it comes to the battery, during the day I spent about 30% of the battery, while during the night I spent about 17%. So on normal use, and by normal I mean no listening of the music or making conversations, yet using the watch to view time and notifications, you should get about 2 days of battery life. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 comes with IP68 dust and water resistance, which means it's been tested to be submerged at least 1 meter deep in water for at least 30 minutes. On the top of that, Samsung is rating its water resistance up to 5 atm of pressure. However, all those tests only account for fresh water. Salty water can be a problem for all kinds of devices that are technically water resistant. In this test, I'll be testing the IP68 resistance claim by putting the watch under the water for 30 minutes. Now let's see the results. I've tested the watch for a few hours now, and everything looks okay. Of course, you should know that this watch is water resistant, not waterproof, so don't do diving with it and stay away from steam and salty water. Also, one thing you should do before taking a shower or swimming is to activate the water lock. When you take the watch out of the water, shake it like this to help the water leave the speakers, and dry it thoroughly with the clean soft cloth. I also have to mention here that from the information I found on Samsung website, they never mentioned swimming when they talk about water resistance. And also, it's even more important to mention here that from what I could find, the warranty does not cover the water damage. In the next 2 tests, I'll be testing the health measurement apps. It's important to mention here that all health measurement apps are not medically approved, yet they are there only for the reference. I will not be testing the blood pressure app as I don't have a Samsung phone. Also, as I have nothing to compare with ECG and blood composition, I will skip that too. To test the heart rate app, I'll be using the pulse oximeter. I did 7 different tests in the span of few days, and here are my results. 6 out of 7 measurements were correct. In the last test, I'll be measuring the stress level. My first measurement shows very high stress level, and I did had a stressful day, so I laid down, relaxed, and did a few deep breaths. Then I measured again, and I saw very positive results, which shows me that this app works fine. And with this, I'm done with all of my tests and with this review. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you have learned something from it. As always, if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Again, thanks for watching and have an awesome day. Catch you guys later.